What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about another iPhone case by Spigen. This is the Spigen Thin Fit. So if you're looking for a thin case option for your phone, obviously I've talked about the Kadabi sheath, which I use quite a bit, but this is the Spigen Thin Fit. Great option, super thin case. I'm gonna show you kind of how thin it is. Kind of flick it there for you. I mean, it's very, very thin. It's a sturdy, firm, soft, matte plastic finish on the back, super smooth on the back. But really, you know, it's just a thin case for your phone to really prevent scratches on the back of the case is really what it does. So let me kind of throw it on here real quick, kind of show you around the case. So a couple things I'm going to do is, you know, I just want to try to give you guys good information. So if you're evaluating whether you're going to buy a certain case or not, or what case to put on your phone, I just want to be able to kind of share my perspective here. So, you know, I think everybody looks for different things in a case. What I look for, really, to be honest with you, is kind of two things. Really, the main thing I look for is what is the thinnest case that I can put on my phone so it almost feels like I don't have a case. How close can I get to a naked phone, but also have some level of protection, you know, and maybe grip. And then also, I think secondarily, that's my primary motivation when I look at cases. Secondarily would be, I guess, then look and feel. So does it look good on the phone? And then maybe feel in the hand. You know, is it something that I enjoy holding when I put the phone up to my ear? Does it, you know, are there edges on the case that are gonna hurt when I'm holding it up to my ear, you know, and talking on it, you know? So those are some of the things that I look into. So why did I get the Spigen Thin Fit, and why should you get the Spigen Thin Fit, more importantly? So if you're looking for a case that is super thin, then you should consider this one. So there's a couple differences between this and the Kadabi sheath, which I've got the Kadabi sheath right here. We've talked about it before. There's another video on that. And you can look back in my on my video list and kind of and take a look at that one if you want to know more about the Kadabi sheath. But what I like about the Spigen Thin Fit, one is it's super lightweight. And the other thing I really like is on the bottom, more importantly, but also the top, it doesn't wrap around the frame all the way. So it leaves an opening very similar to the Apple silicone cases or the Apple leather cases that you can get. It leaves this section open. And what I like about that is, obviously on the iPhone 10 series of phones, you're flipping up a lot. You're flicking up a lot on the phone to get two different menus or to unlock the phone, and it leaves it bare so you're not rubbing against the edge of a case. So I kind of, you know, it's a very nitpicky thing, but I really like that about this case, that it does leave that open. Now, you do sacrifice some protection with that. Obviously, if you're dropping it and it's landing, you know, on the bottom edge here, there's more likelihood that you're going to scratch the frame, or the frame is going to receive more of the impact. Now, there is padding around the corner. The case does cover the corners. I'm not going to say padding, but the case does cover the corners on each of the corners there. It fully covers the back of the case. There is a small lip that goes around the camera that does protect the camera. So if you're setting it on its back, on a table, on your nightstand, then you're going to be fully protected. If you're just setting this case down, the benefit here with the Spigen Thin Fit case is almost like a skin, that it's going to protect the back of your phone. So if you're setting it down, you don't have to worry about arbitrarily scratching it. You know, if it's on, let's say you're at the gym and you're kind of set it down on the ground and maybe there's some sand on the floor or something on the floor that could scratch the back of your phone, you don't have to worry about that with the Spigen Thin Fit. Now, in terms of drops, this does not provide any guaranteed drop protection. Obviously, there is a case on the phone, so if you drop it and it hits the case first, that will be between whatever surface you drop it on in your phone. So there is some level of drop protection here, but I wouldn't say that you can guarantee any kind of a safe, you know, distance in terms of dropping your phone without, you know, cracking your screen or the back. So dropping the phone with this case on, you are risking a break, but It makes up for that in a couple of ways. Number one is it does add grip to it. So this soft kind kind of smooth matte finish, matte plastic case, actually is pretty grippy. So it's not as slick as the glass that comes on the phone. It's much more grippier than that, and so you're probably going to be less likely to drop the phone with this case on. So let's go around the buttons. So the buttons essentially are just a cutout, as you can see there. So essentially it's a cutout so that you can actually touch the actual buttons and the mute rocker and then the power button on the side. Same thing there as well, just a cutout there. And as I said before, the speaker grills and the charging port are exposed. Same thing on the top. Now there is a little bit of a lip that comes around the top edge, same thing on the bottom. So it will give you some protection if it does, if you do set it down on the top of it, or if you do drop it, it kind of hits on the top or the bottom. So there is a slight protection, but not a whole lot. So if you're looking for a case that is super thin, it almost adds no bulk to your phone. You want to be able to feel like you have, you want to be able to get as thin as you can and feel like the phone, not add any bulk at all. Spigen Thin Fit is a great option. I do love the feel of this. It does add grip to it, and I also like the fact that the bottom section is cut out. So that's about it. It's also pretty expensive. You can probably pick this up for $15 or less, and it's also available in a lot of places. I obviously like to get my cases from Amazon when possible, just because you can get them pretty quick. They'll deliver them for free if you're a Prime member. And so that's kind of handy there. So that's the Spigen Thin Fit. I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions about this case or anything that I didn't really cover, let me know down in the comments, and I'll definitely provide some additional answers for you. I've been using this case extensively. I've kind of been lately swapping between this and the Kadabi sheath. Love both those cases. Can recommend both of them. But I like the Spigen Thin Fit feels a little bit thinner to me than the Kadabi case. One, because it is, but two, because of the cutouts at the top and the bottom. That makes it feel almost like you don't have a case in your hand. So there you go. Spigen Thin Fit. Thanks guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a subscribe down below if you like the content, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.